bench today, we've got a special one. I mean, like this is a real special one specifically for me. This is my family's shotgun. You know, the one that, you know, it gets passed down from male heir to male heir. Just happens to be my turn to inherit it. I've had it for quite some time. Never really done anything with it. I've shot it once in the years I've had it. My father's never shot it, but he was there when I did get to shoot it. So he did get to see this. This is one of those guns that, you know, everybody has, that, you know, it sits on a mantle, it sits on a shelf, sits in a cabinet somewhere, but it's the one that the family patriarchs back and back used, hunt for food. You know, basically it's the reason your ancestors ate and the reason you're here kind of gun, right? So it holds a lot of, you know, sentimental value to the family, right? Not a lot of monetary value. This is one of those old Columbias made by the Davenport company that just white labeled a bunch of things. But this one's a Columbia, brand new. Brand new. This gun was probably $10 to $100. This was not a lot of money. These guns were not expensive. You know, they were mass produced, but they were effective, right? So this one, again, it's got some age on it. I mean, it's old. I mean, I've taken it apart. I just couldn't put it on the bench here because it was just so big. So I just went ahead and took it apart. But, you know, it's old, right? So this tape holds the screws and everything. It's kind of how I mark my system, is with various forms of tape. And it's just thin. I don't know if you can hear that. That's just super thin. Like it's designed to sit up against this the barrel here, and that creates the strength around it like porcelain. But man, that is some thin wood. And it's definitely dinged up and banged up, so it's gonna need some love. The stock, for all intents and purposes, is in great shape. I mean, it is dinged up and banged up too, but like it is in just remarkable condition considering how old it is. The barrel is, you know, it's in rough shape, but again, you know, it's in no rougher shape than, say, you know, the action here. So I mean, you know, a lot of the bluing is coming off. I mean, it's just bare metal in places, right? I mean, this was not, I mean, it was, like I said, it was mass produced. And then, you know, the butt plate, or the butt pad here, it's cracked, missing. It's been missing as long as I've had it. So, like I said, it's in rough shape. But again, the objective here, I feel, and kind of, you know, I've discussed it with my dad because he's still with us, and, you know, I talked with him about it. We discussed, you know, we want to preserve it, right? We don't necessarily want to make it look like it came out of a box because it would lose some of its character. But what we are going to do is we're going to strip all the finish off of here, because the finish is different for both of these pieces. I don't know if you can see that, but the finish is different. So we're going to strip that off. I'm thinking maybe it's two different pieces of wood, but, you know, I won't know until we strip it off. So, and we've got to be gentle with this because it is not, again, it's thin, it's old. So we're going to use some citrus strip, and we may do a couple of coats of that. And then we'll just do some light sanding. And the dings and stuff, there's no cracks. That's what also is amazing. There's no cracks on this, so the dings and whatnot we'll pull out with some hot water. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a fun little project. I can't wait to get into it. And like I said, I'll bring you along for all the steps, you know, where relevant. But yeah, we'll get into it, and we'll go from there. Give the shaky nature of it. But so we've got, right now, we've got the metal. We've got it in some evapor rust, and we've been letting it sit for a little bit. But the objective here is to get a lot of this this finish off here. And so you can see where it's coming off, and it was repaired. Or you can see where it was repaired at some point, or attempted to be repaired. So the objective here is just to get all this rust and all this bluing off, and then we're going to re-blue all this too. So that's what we're doing right now. You can really see once you get it cleaned up, you know, you can really see the Columbia here. We got this cleaned up. We're going to do a little bit more cleaning before we re-blue it, but I'm not going to show that on camera. What I'll do is I'm going to get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to re-blue it, and the next thing you'll see is this re-blue. Got everything stained. Just wanted to show how this looks. This turned out really good. The bluing turned out really good too. So during the cleaning, I actually was able to find and show the brass that's here. So that's actually pretty cool too. So, and I also wanted to show, I don't know if this comes through very well, but I got the numbers the numbers, and I'll put the numbers up here. The numbers are here, and they show up on all the metal too. So I mean, the only place it doesn't show up is here on the stock. But I'm pretty sure it's right here in this right here. But I can't prove it because it's covered up by muck and gunk, and I'm not super confident in trying to clean that out just to satisfy curiosity. You know, maybe one day when I revisit this in 10 or 15 years. Once my skills get a little better, I will find out. But for right now, I think the family shotgun I think it's in a good way, and I'm really excited to show my dad. So I want to get it back together so I can show it to him. So what I'm going to do, take these little bits out right here, and we're just going to put it back together. Again, wasn't trying to completely restore this, but I wanted to give it a weathered look, and keep a little bit of the character in here, because again, the objective here was to make sure, because again, I was able actually to find a date on this. I'll take a picture and I'll put it up here too, but I found a date on it. It said it was patented August 11th, 1898. So I wanted to keep a little bit of the character of this, and preserve it for, another 125 years. Forgot one thing. I need to wax this down. Wax helps keep these parts from rusting. And again, want to make sure it lasts for another 100 some odd years. And that wax goes on any parts that go into wood. I mean, technically you could probably put it on metal stuff, but the wood's more important just because it creates a better seal and prevents rust and moisture from building up, at least in my experience. All right, I wasn't able to find a replacement for this just yet. I'm still on the hunt for it. So I'm just gonna put the old one back on for right now, and we'll keep going. All right, got that back on, so now I'm gonna marry the two pieces up. All right, gonna do a functions check real quick. Brake action. Alrighty. Again, this was a really fun project. Restoring the family shotgun, bringing it back to snuff, and have my dad see what he thinks about it. Yeah, I'm not going to shoot this one just because I want to admire it for a little bit. But yeah, this was fun, and thanks for watching.